Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the second match, second week, season 64. And right now we have won the first round match, and defense once again did very well. Up against Fulcrum here, very strong opponent. Had all 9 GLs. Looking here, we got a couple holds, or not a couple holds, we had 2 attempts with CLS. Up top, I think this was one shot. Yeah, that's all one shot. Fleet, I believe he did not even attempt any battles. Yes, that's how he handled Fleet. But here, we can see Leia held. He took 2 attempts, and she didn't fall. Probably because he used Bane up front, up against Ahsoka. That's why both of them are on defense, and one of them on the back wall. Although, maybe in the future I'll move Ahsoka to the lower territory. That'd probably be a better location for her. Today we're going up against Roadrunner, 14.4 million GP, so basically 2.3 million GP more than me. Looking at 50-ish more Zetas. Ooh, he's got 69 Amis, so it puts him at 11 more, 9 GL player. He's got a full roster essentially of relics. Looking at that relic distribution, this is quite the monster account. He doesn't have any tier 3 because he has all upper level relics. This is going to be one of those matches where you're going to find that my counters are just not going to work very well. We're looking at 148 tier 8s, which is outrageous. He's got almost double the tier 9s. And we're fairly close in tier 7s, but it doesn't matter with that amount of tier 8s. That's just ridiculous. Looking at mods, I have better mods by the pure counts. And you can see that throughout. And that might actually help a little bit. We've got 22 more, 25 plus speed mods. 20 plus we have 100 more. And the 15 plus, we've got like 20. So we have better modding. We'll see what that looks like. He has 120 level 9 Datacrons, which is just a waste of money and resources. Because you can't even use that many. I can't even use 63 of them. Like 63 is a waste. I've got duplicates. So taking every single Datacron in your roster all the way up to level 9 really doesn't make any sense. You could go maybe level 8 for the extra stats, but that's just, it just feels like a complete waste. So with the bracket, 2 players without Ahsoka. He's got everything at Relic 9. I am, of course, without Rey. And then we're looking at a triple Ami Melgus, 278 speed. We got Radis, Iden, triple Star Killer, Dash. Nothing on Wampa, that's a surprise. Nothing on Savage. We got Treya, triple Afra, Qui-Gon, triple Swallow, Zori, triple Third, Krex, triple Malicos, Drogon, triple Baudelaire, triple Bane, triple Jar Jar, triple Cadme. This bracket was without a lot. 2 players without Afra, 2 players without a functional third sister, 1 player without Baudelaire, 2 players without Jar Jar. So an interesting bracket overall. Then everything else here looks good, nothing popping out, and Fleet, of course, is fine. Now, the quality of the modding should be interesting here, because we have seen that his mods are questionable, but that doesn't mean he won't be too dissimilar from my own. Alright, there's Afra, and Afra's at 292. Maul there was at 306. So he's got 48 characters. Sidious is his last one at 300 speed. Exactly. Second Sister's at 299. So I've got more. I'm at like 55, something in that range. You can see some of the characters above, some below. Let's take a look. I did no scouting on this. I've just been busy catching up with work now that I'm no longer sick. But we'll quickly click through all this. Nothing's changed. Okay, nothing to see there. With his defense, it looks like it's going to be heavy. We've got Ahsoka, Cadme, we've got Rey, we've got Balin, okay, with a mercenary Kron. And then down below we are looking at first sighting of these Bad Batch characters. Then saw Grievous. The droid Kron is decent right now. I don't really care about this level 9 ability, but the level 6 ability is something to pay attention to. And then we have the Hutts. Let's see which level 6 ability he has. He's got the good one. Embo, though, I'm not too concerned about. Yeah. Alright, we gotta be careful here and think through this. I assume Leia's on his back wall. Actually, I think we're gonna look into that right now. Alright. So, looking at his history, I don't know what's on his back wall. Nobody cleared and attacked his back wall. But his participation is weak enough where if I think we clear enough of this, we're going to win. I think we're going to try mercenaries here. Don't really have enough mercenary crons, though. Let's do Actually, you haven't been doing much. Let's do this. I'm looking forward to this focus Datacron on Sign of Django. Mercenaries. We only have 2. We gotta take this one. Alright. You know, let me work on the lighting for a second. Alright, I gotta turn the audio back on. Do that after this opening salvo. Alright. Let's get the audio. Check my audio levels. I think I gotta tweak these a little bit. Alright, I don't even remember who I want to attack. I think it's Padawan Sabine. Alright, let's get vulnerable everywhere. Get a few attacks in. Well, basic. Not basic. Alright. So he's already been triggered, that's not great. Alright, well, AoE. Okay, AoE. I think I just want to take her off the board. Alright. We have to attack Ahsoka. I'm going to go after Huyang next, but maybe we should do Syndulla. I do not like Canderous on this team. Okay. Can we get some stuns? Good. I think we need to tweak the mods a bit, get a little bit more. I'm going to basic. Okay, good. Let's try and take out Syndulla. Awesome. Little worried about the health now. Okay. Stealth. She alts. Okay. Come on. Alright, so we get a dodge there. Take a bunch of hits. Alright, we attack. Where are we at? I'm going to AoE. Okay. Oh, I should have paid attention to the fracture. Okay. Do not like how this is going. What crons are even on you? Critically hit. More eyes. Okay. Okay. Alright. We get a hit. That didn't do much. Oh, we're running out of clock. I should have been paying attention to that. This is more likely to end in a timeout than anything. Alright. I don't really have a sense of what the cleanups are going to be here, but I feel like that's a decent spot to retain some teams. You know what? We got presets. Okay, so light side. I think what I'll do is we will try Wampa. I'd like to know if Wampa can clean up Ahsoka or not. Because he can obviously beat Sith Eternal Emperor. He can beat Kenobi. But I'd like to know if some others are options. Alright, so we have Mace here. In this counter, I'm happy to do the tenacity up with the form up with the turn meter. Because with the protection recovery, there's not really no, that's fine. There's not too much of a risk of going down to your knees. And there's more value in getting to aerial advantage sooner. Okay, that should knock down the decoy for now. Have to go after Mace Windu. Everyone else at this point is a distraction. Because he'll just get his... What is this even called? The resilient defense. He'll get resilient defense and I'll have to deal with him anyway. Okay, now we'll see if we can... Oh, we got down to the knees. That's awful. Alright, well, this is a loss. Because without Crex, this is not going to work out the same. Alright. Maybe we can take out one more person, though. No, we're not going to... I shouldn't have done that. Awesome. Okay. Plenty we can use to clean this up. Maybe we can still take out one more person. If the decoy... okay. We'll just use, like, Luthen to clean this up. But this is also what I mean, like, when you're seeing that amount of Relic 8s, Relic 9s, certain counters stop functioning as well. This is what I was expecting. Like, we'll do it again right here. We're going to do online Force users, and I doubt this is going to go all that well. So we're going to do Seer, Malicos, Cal, Starkiller, and Crew. There you are. We'll grab our Calcron. Although his modding might be in a way where this goes okay. But this has been an annoying battle, especially with Fulcrum. He's taking a ton of turns. This is not going well. Alright, we will definitely chuck this over at Fulcrum. Okay, we get a true... I'm going to try and take out Fulcrum. Awesome. Okay. He's about to take a turn. We'll do the stun there. Okay. Alright, 2 down. They're in the stance, but we don't have Seer anymore to help protect us. We're going to lose Starkiller. Let's at least get rid of the stun. Oh, can we not do that? Is it locked? Alright, fine. Terrible. Alright, terrible, terrible. Alright, fine. Okay, so now this gets tough. But I was kind of expecting something like that. I knew this, with all those high relics, it was not going to go as well. But the problem is, First Order is probably my best option to clean that up. Which means I can't use it up against Jabba. You know what? I think we should try and two-shot this. Can I still weaken this with Night Sister? Oh, I've got Great Mother? I thought Great Mother was on defense. They only make that change in 3v3? Okay. Alright. We're going to attempt to two-shot this unless the Krons ruin this as well. I'm hoping no. So we get a bunch of Plague. We'll get rid of the buffs. More Plague. Use a special for more Plague. Okay, I think that's 2 triggered. Let's bring her back. We'll AoE, get another stack of Plague. That's terrible. Hopefully she comes back. We gotta do this though to bring her. But if we lose anybody else in the meantime... Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, we're attacking Bosch. Bosch is the real threat, even though Embo's got the Quran. Alright, always doing that special for the Plague. And then basic to ramp the health and stacking stats. Oh, I should have done the, what is this called? Shadow Stride? I should have done Shadow Stride. Because we're going to have to expect that the Rancor is about to attack soon. Alright, we'll heal a little bit. Special for more Plague from Telzin's lead. Awesome. Now, without relics, we can't win this. I think we'll just auto from here. But this saves us a high quality team. And is Zerg on defense? I think Zerg then must be on... Do I have him available? Because then I can do Enoch. But what you'll see here with the Plague is Jabba's recovery is too much. And we don't have the damage output. You know what, maybe I'll manage this myself. Maybe if we just ramp the damage on Asajj, we'll have a chance at it. But with Jabba's recovery, he's going to get rid of the Plague before we can get the stacks we need. So we need to, what would be best is to lose Telzine or Asajj. Come on. Lose somebody I don't care about. There we go. Alright, now we can just ramp the basic. Oh, I needed to do this. We can take more chances with that after after Rancor attacks. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna time out. Okay. There we go. Easy cleanup though with Ina. You know what? Let me investigate this Bad Batch squad. I have no idea how to approach that, and I don't want to accidentally use a counter. It looks like there's plenty of options. We're not going to worry about it. Let us clean this up. We'll do the remnants. Perfect. Dark side, I don't care. This is a very strong counter. Or not counter. Cleanup. Although, yeah. Anyway, okay. We just need to get to a good amount of stacks of Blight. The Blight's going to be more persistent than the Plague was. Just have Night Trooper. I'm going to use the basic right now because that's too low. This is also too low. The cooldown's too long that I'm going to wait to use it. We need like 20 stacks. Alright, we're at 5 stacks of Blight on Night Trooper. Well, you know what? We can do a bite at 13. Oh, we dodged. Come on. Alright. 6 stacks. We'll inflict now. That'll get us to 22. 23, 24. You can see we're already through the protection. We've got health immunity. We'll get alert back up because those assists are helpful in bringing up the stacks of Blight onto the Night Trooper. Now we'll take a bite. Awesome, almost there. This should do it. Not quite. Easy. That also works without relics. That's a very strong cleanup that as long as you have the Zetas, and actually you'll probably need the Ami on Night Trooper, but that'll work at low stars. I was doing that from the beginning with that team. I love that team. Great addition. Okay, so we can do anything there. Saw, how do I want to handle Saw? Could do like Inquisitors. We could do something Grievous. I don't know. Can I? Do I? Where am I with Troopers? No. And then Balin. How am I handling Balin? We could attempt JML up against Balin, but that's like a 80-something% counter. And what do I have here? It's a real nice cron. I don't know. I wonder if it would be better to do JML to take down Ray. I hate doing that though. I think we could also just like do bait. We have things. I think what we need to do is clear the rest of this. This is easy. And then we can use what we need up there. I wish I knew what was on his back wall. Actually, looking at one of these, it looks like it's going to be Tuscan's Geo's Great Mother Trench, or some combination of those. So I think what I can do... I don't want to do that. I'm going to do Mandos here. No, we're doing Inquisitors. Mandos actually has not that great of a win rate. Plus with Cara Dune here complicating things. That's not the slots I like them in. What do we have for these Force User Crons? 2 debuffs that can be That's terrible. Oh, let's do it anyway. Because do I want to give them any of these other ones? I guess I can do this Spectre one without issue. Yeah, that's better. Because with this Cara Dune, they're going to be evading. No, it's Mercenary, not Smuggler. Okay. So it's the defense penetration. She's going to be stealthing all the time and getting the protection up, which will be annoying. But this has a 100% win rate, so we should be fine. Yeah, let's just torture. Okay. Maybe I did want to dispel. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna heal. Let's equalize. I don't like how this is going. Okay. I want to keep the taunt on Cara Dune. Terrible. Alright. I think I'm going to try and take out Katarn. I'm just getting killed. This had a 100% win rate. That's why I went with it. There's Deathmark finally. I can't believe this. That's just a disaster. All right. All right. I think we're going to look at I think I know what I want to do now. We'll go Sith and Melgus. Do I have a preset? Probably a defensive preset. Here we go. Now, do I want to? I want to take out Marauder. I need to update all of these. All right. I guess I don't really use Assassin anywhere, but would I rather somebody else? Yeah, that's fine. Let us grab a Dark Side. Do I have a tank revive? Or is that not part of this set? Here we go. Yeah, Dark Deception. Awesome. See, this is something I didn't highlight when we were looking at my defense, but what I have been using with this team is IG-88. Because I did not like the level 9 on Step. Like, it's better than nothing, but it's not a difference maker. I'm going to leave the fear up. I think that's far more valuable. Okay. Alright, we got damage immunity there. Now we can shock everybody. Alright, we got a basic. We're stuck behind this taunt right now. And the damage immunity. Oh my god, this needs to come off. We can at least fear Grievous. We'll save the Dark Deception. Can we shock? No. Alright, we got buff immunity at least. Alright, finally we can dispel. I'm gonna go with the Drain Life here. We triggered the damage immunity at least. Yeah, let's drop a Dark Deception now, because now we can take him out. Let's see if the AoE takes out IG-100. Yeah. Oh, no, we got it. Okay. Now we can dispel. Now we work on Droideka. Awesome. Okay. All right, 12-4. Hey, Park. Can you stay away from the coffee? Alright, now we're going to do Afra up against Fugitive. Which, is this too much? I think this is too much. You know what I want to do? I'm going to do Great Mother here first and just make sure this goes as intended. Do I want that or do I want to go undersized and use a cron? I think I'd rather do that. Undersized plus a cron. Let's take this one for the turn meter. I'm going to hit Saw. I wonder if that's the right call. I feel like this is not going to go the way that I wanted it to. You gotta be kidding me. We're just getting destroyed by this Saw team. Alright, we gotta take something serious up against it, clearly. This is where I'm doing Mandos. Because that's what one of my opponents in his history they used up against it. Maybe that's what I should have just done first. Alright, so we take a few hits. Alright. Don't like any of that. They're taking so many turns. I wonder if my opponent came in here with preloaded turn meter. I mean, not this. I mean, when my opponent's history, their opponent. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, I'm going to hit Katarn because I don't think anyone else is going to even feel it. This is just a disaster. Okay. It's been a minute and a half and I haven't even used like a special. Alright. I'm gonna heal up. Yeah, let's get some protection up. Oh, we had buff immunity. I was tempted to go into Whistling Birds there. Alright, I'm gonna... I'm gonna go after Katarn. I feel like this might be a mistake, but we gotta take out somebody. I should have gone after Saw. It's just, it took so long for us to get to that ability. We're going to lose somebody now. Alright, that's not a good one to lose. Okay, at least her Kron is gone. I mean, we made progress, but the core parts are still standing though. We might be able to take out Saw. Come on. Alright, we got a minute and a half. I think I should have attacked Saw first. Okay. Let's dispel. Awesome! Oh my god. What a disaster that was. Okay. What was my plan here other than Afra? I think Afra is the only thing that makes sense. I was going to try Afra like up against Balin, but I don't think that makes sense anymore. We would have needed one of these other things to work. Could have used Great Mother here, though. That Luthen just caused a lot of problems I wasn't expecting. That just ate up a lot of teams. Alright, let us start stacking the mastery. Alright, we're marked, we're taking hits. Not really the character we want that on. That's AoE. Alright, he's Brock. Or is he? No, he's not captive yet. He's still at strategic advantage. Oh, you know what would be great right about now? Fear on everybody. Alright, let's torture him. Awesome. Alright, we have to hit crosshair. Alright, AoE. And there's the fear. But we're going to jump down here into this mode. What? Oh, did I... That was dumb. I'm gonna die. Yeah, AoE. I'm so lucky none of these people have Dispel on basic. Alright, that's terrible, but whatever. Can we take out Fugitive? What is going on where all this history is saying these counters work? Well, I know what's going on. What's going on is he has Relic 8 on all these characters. Maybe I should be going after Batcher, not Hunter. I was hoping we could get rid of Fugitive. But still, 2 down. We got to get through this. We still have 3 good teams that I'm trying to hold back. Do I have something cheap that'll get through this? I don't know. I gotta clear some stuff off the board. Just doing this now is not a good call. Alright, this is how we're approaching this top area. We're gonna do Bane plus Marauder. Yeah, we'll take this for the turn meter. Alright. Oh, I should have done the other ability first. What a terrible opening that created for me by doing the wrong ability first. Okay. Can I take a turn? Oh my god. I deserved that. I deserved that a lot. You know what? I'm submitting it. I need to do increased cooldowns, and I don't know what I was thinking there. Alright, this is a test. I want to see if this works or not. With the armor shred, there's not control here, so I think this has a shot. But the armor shred is what I'm really concerned about. Okay. The armor shred is going to cause some problems. But we're ramping up stats. Alright, there's the armor shred. So we counter. More stats. No. This is not going to work. No, every time we roar, we're getting hurt. I'm going to roar anyway. Alright, protection back up. No. Yep, this doesn't work. We won't do this anymore. Okay. Is there something cheap, though, that cleans this up? Let's just finish up this Cadme. I just want to get things off the board. And this will work. Oh, wait, Rebels. Alright, well, AoE, remove some buffs. We're just waiting until the marked... But I gotta work on my modding here. My Saw team's not nearly as good as his. Because my Saw hasn't even taken turns yet, as you can clearly see. And he needs to take turns so that we get marked on somebody. Alright, there's the marked over on Shock T. Okay. Now I'll see where the marked moves to. If it moves. Maybe it's something they'll fix. Because when I read the kit, it doesn't sound like the marked should work the way it has been. Okay. But now we have a window here to take out Qui-Gon. Okay. Where are we at? Alright, we're down to 3. There's my marked. Come on. He's a tinky boy. Oh my god. Seriously? I'm going to auto. Come on. He's eating up so much clock. Oh, jeez. We'll follow the marked, I guess. I mean, this is better. If we take her out, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, there we go. Locked buff immunity will help a lot. Finally. Jeez. Okay. Now, there's a way to navigate this. I could easily get through Balin with SLKR there. And then we can do JML. But JML, I just doesn't always work great. And we can... I feel like there's a way to two-shot this, though. Okay, because I mean, I guess technically I have a mercenary crown that applies to one character. Oh, I don't no, I don't, because those are all gone. Let's just take the extra turn meter. Or wait, no, I want max protection. I'm just seeing if I have a better one that I can give him. Nope. That's the only one. I know I went in with preloaded turn meter, but based on how this was going, how many turns they were taking, I felt like burning some cooldowns. I wanted to gamble with it. Alright, we're going to AoE. I do not like how this is going at all. I need to stun these guys. Here we go. Final. Oh, jeez. Alright, I need to learn more about this kit because this is a disaster too. We're going to equalize. Oh yeah, days. Oh my god. Alright, disaster. I'm going to do it again. Because now I really have no choice. Well, no, Kenobi's not going to work here. Alright, let's just clear the bottom. We're still going to figure that out. There's got to be a way for this, for me to navigate this. Right. Do I think I can beat this with just leftover Empire at this stage? Like, if we take Palpatine... Like, will this junk do it? I don't know. Okay. Stagger. Stuns. More target lock. No turn meter to remove, so we'll go with that. Let's just do the AoE. Daze? Let's just hit him. This is working well. Okay. This ought to do it. Alright, so Tuscans and other stuff. Trench, Tuscans, okay. Geos. Alright, everything I was expecting. But there is a Tuscan Kron. What beats this? We could Qui-Gon it. You know what? I think we can rat. Do I want to? Or what about Geos? Can I? Here, let me try something. Let me try and Bad Batch this. Oh wait, we used somebody. Oh, Echo's on. No, we can't do this. Echo's with Cadme on defense. You know what I feel like doing? Let's do an old school Jawa bomb. Just for fun. Nebbit, right? Maybe we get lucky and we take out somebody. Alright. We get a stun. Nine, that's really not enough. Let's basic. Okay, good. Taunt. Okay. Nope. Wait, did they lose somebody? Or are they just frozen? It looks like they lost 2 people. I'm going to submit. 1 person. Okay. I mean, it's something. We could do Sith there, but I kind of want to do Sith up against Trench. Tuscans, we can Radis. We could also do Radis elsewhere. Can I? What if we bounty hunters this? So if I did something like... I guess I'd probably need Mando, wouldn't I? I'm going to give this a shot. I don't really care how many attempts we take. All I feel like is if I clear, I win. I can be as inefficient as possible, is at least what I'm telling myself, based on his participation. Which would make sense based on the quality of his roster and this being the bottom end of Kyber 2. Okay, we already have the payout then. I don't want to hit anybody with too much momentum, but it looks like we could hit anybody without getting stunned. So I'm going to go after Warrior. What? Alright, that's kind of a waste then. So is it like after? I'm going to take the stun because I'm going to attack Chieftain in a second with Mando, and I just want to limit the momentum. Alright, we'll take a stun over on Aurora. Take out Chieftain. Yeah, we'll drop some shreds on Raider, take the stun. Okay. And at this point, we've won. We've retained some good teams. That's all I care about. I want to just minimize the amount of good teams we're using. Because we have a lot of work to do up top. We can do Rogue One here, definitely. And we don't need to use that elsewhere. Well, maybe not with preloaded turn meter. We're going to do it anyway. And I don't have full relics. But I don't want to undersize it. Let's do it anyway. I'm going to save that for a turn. Okay. Now we're doing it because we want to take advantage of the turn meter. Right. '86, '89. There we go. Boom. I'm going to hit this expose, get rid of a little bit more of the health pool. AoE. Come on. There we go. We'll do Sith here. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. I don't know. Maybe I'll give this a minute, because there's other ways through Trench. Alright, let's head up top. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to retain Jedi is they take a lot of turns. And maybe we'll do Kelleran lead. Maybe Kenobi can clean it up. But I think, here's what I'm thinking. We might be able to, I think my only way through Rey is SLKR. If I could guarantee beat Balin with it, but if I do that, I do not know if I'm getting through Rey. So I'm just going to treat Rey with the respect that she deserves and take her out with this. We have enough firepower left. Wait, I don't want to do that. We have enough firepower left that I think we might be able to slowly take apart Balin with multiple attempts. You know what? Trigger. Let's trigger. All right, we're into the red. Let's alt. Okay, damage immunity is triggered. Let's throw up advantage. Let's get a taunt. Now she's into the stance. Let's hit the resilient defense. You know what? We'll spread some stuns. I need a hit. The inspired. We'll get another stun out there. It's fine. All right. How are we handling this? Alright, I'm going to attempt Sith Eternal Emperor. I don't have anything good to give him, though. I guess I could give him a Treya team. But we could do Sidious Maul. We could do Trooper. What do we have with Empire? Second Sister? If we can just start taking some of these pieces off the board, that's all I want. I don't think this is going to work, though. We haven't even linked anybody yet. Yeah. No chance there. Let's just keep submitting this stuff. Maybe if I didn't preload the turn meter. Alright, I guess at this point, let's try JMK. It's just the mercenary allies can't be instantly defeated, is the only issue here. Would I rather have Padme or Mace? I kind of like what Mace does, but Mace is only Relic 5. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. We'll trigger the instant defeat anyway. Yep. This is going about as well as I thought it would. Yeah. Alright, we can get out of here. I guess we're just going to do Sith. Well, before I do Sith, can I beat this in another way? How else would I get through Trench? Can we goof around? It's like, what if I do this new Bad Batch team? Okay. There's no way this is going to work. Django's just going to blow him up. What does this do? Dispel debuffs, maybe. Each 1%. I don't know. Remove stealth from the healthiest, so we move it around. Retribution, we'll take all that. I want the ability block. Okay, guess not. All right, captive. Oh, we rescued him. Wasn't expecting that. We even got to use Crosshair's big attack ability, but you can tell at 3 stars that did nothing. This team is a team that needs relics. There's so many conditions on the kit that require that get boosts with each relic level. Like, I think at least 3 characters. Alright, we can get out of here. I just wanted to experiment. Alright, I think we can attempt a swallow. We might be able to blow somebody up, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Let's see if we can blow Trench up. Not quite. Stunning. Swallow's not how we want this to go. This team's just not the same without R2. It really needs R2 to function. Maybe I should have hit Dooku though. Dooku we probably would have been more likely to be able to one-shot. Oh, can I Padme this? So if I were to do Padme, what do we have? I kind of want to say... we're not going to do that. Because what I want to try is I want to see if Kelleran is an option here for a cleanup. Because we can do Kelleran... Cam, let's do Yoda. Ayla? Or Barriss? Or Qui-Gon? I think I'd rather have Ayla. I think this is the team we're going to go with. Take the turn meter. Kelleran can clean up some GLs, so I want to give this a shot. Alright, Armor Shred. Offense up. Attack. Yeah, this is not feeling like it's going to work. No, there's no way. No, there's just not the damage output. Maybe I should have brought Barris. Some healing would be useful. Alright, it's over. Okay. I think we're in a position where we are not clearing this top territory no matter what. Not with what's left. So we're just going to use Sith to clear this. And we'll just have to leave it to my opponent to see how much he wants to play. Just really hoping for a full clear. Like, I didn't care how messy it was going to be. I just needed that full clear. Yeah, let's get Fear. Increase cooldowns. We can just attack Trench now. Held by Hatred. Dispel on everybody. Awesome. Let's avoid that. Okay. Alright, 2 cleared territories. And what's my banner total? 858. That is not going to cut it. Yeah, there's just nothing left that is going to have any shot at cleaning this up. Nope, that's it. So this was expected. I knew I needed a full clear to win. And looking at this with the results, that's how it was. Had I full cleared, I would have got this one. He could have cleared this Jabba. Like, he one-shot this wall. He played just enough to win. Where here, he one-shot this wall. And he didn't really attack the lower area. I suspect he had teams to clear these, but just ignored it after he had secured the victory. But a clear would have won because of fleet. He was not going to clear these ships. Then that would have been enough. And that would have required a couple things different. The biggest thing is that Bane battle. Had I just not misplayed and increased cooldowns instead of the Siphon, I don't know what I was thinking there. It's what I prefer to do. It's what I usually do. It's the right call, and I just did it wrong in that moment. And then some other choices along the way probably would have allowed me to clear Ahsoka. Just I had burned some teams, but I don't know if I burned like teams that would have cleared Ahsoka. That would have been a tougher part as well. This was a tough opponent. This is the best opponent in the bracket, but at least I can say that it was a legitimate battle, and I could have legitimately won this thing with a clear, but it was really stretching and testing my roster to get to this point. And we will wrap it up there. By the time I post this video, we'll have a kit breakdown video on Oppo, and we're going to have Datacron videos, a bunch of videos coming out all this coming week as we get caught up here. So thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.